Mr. Felix Martin is going to talk to us about the mechanical workings of the Sport Differential. Now, I just drove the S4 with the Sport Differential, and it is a revelation of the change to the chassis compared to the previous generation S4. So please, tell us about what you're going to feel.
On the differential, in the back we have two clutches on each side, and we have two gear sets, and we create 10% speed difference in that clutch. So when we press this clutch together, then we can create a torque on that side where we want to have this torque.
So you're shifting the torque from side to side.
Yes, we are able to shift 1,800 Newton meters from one side to the other side.
That's huge.
And that's quite a lot. And you can see on the wet condition, at the moment it's too much. I think we use at the moment 300 or 400 Newton meters to shift from one side to the other because of the wet conditions of the track at the moment. So, but on dry conditions, we can do 1,800 Newton meters from one side to the other side, and the effect of this is that the rear axle will help you to corner in the curve. So that is what we want to do for stability reasons or for safety reasons, and so we have different modes in the car, so we can do it in a dynamic mode or in an auto mode or in a comfort mode. So for every kind of driver we have a position where he can feel it and where he can feel comfortable with a different kind of driving. So if you are in this car, the cornering will be very easily for you, and you have the feeling that the car is on a rail track.
Right, so that it's pulling you around the turn as if you were on rails.
Yes.
Now, by shifting this torque from side to side, you're using an electro-hydraulic. You have a hydraulic pump?
We have an electric motor. This electric motor drives one pump. And this pump is a 6-piston radial piston pump, and we drive those in both directions.
Yeah, it's a bidirectional motor.
Yes, so we use only one motor. The other competitors use two motors. So
boy, that's brilliant. So you change the polarity of the DC electricity from one side to the other side.
That's right. And so if we go this side, we connect the left side. Going the other side, we connect the other side.
And it's very fast as it changes direction, the motor, right?
That is right. And if we need the torque, and we have 150 milliseconds to engage the clutch. That is our speed.
So is that fast?
That is very fast.
Right. That's an amazing amount. Now, the oil supply that supplies this for the rear differential, is it any special oil? Is it a normal hypoid axle oil? Is it a...
we have actually two different oils. The hybrid part is a normal hybrid oil, and the both clutches, they run with automatic transmission fluid.
So ATF, and it's a separate chambers and fluid.
Yes.
Are there filters for each of the fluids?
There is for the transmission, for the automatic transmission fluid, there we have a filter inside our power pack.
Right.
The hybrid oil don't need a filter.
Doesn't need a filter, it's a standard hypoid oil. So in terms of what this brings to the S4, this is a major advance in the cornering field because of the shifting from side to side of the torque. And within 150 milliseconds, this is it's faster than what the driver is doing. Right. Boy, that is fantastic. Now you have a multitude of sensors located on the car. Tell us about some of the sensors that feed into it, the Sport Differential.
We have sensors for speed. We have sensors for gravity. We have yaw sensors.
So you've got pitch and yaw, and you've got G-force.
Yes,
measuring the G-force.
And also steering
input
angle we measure. So, and all this information come into our software, and we create the right torque from one side to the other side.
Now the control unit that controls the sport differential,
Yeah.
is it talking to the ESP system as well as the motor control and transmission control? Is that on a CAN bus, or is there a special bus that connects it?
This is on the CAN bus.
On the CAN bus. So when you're doing a diagnostics on the car, you're able to actually see what is being transmitted from all the computers.
That's right.
All the codes. So if one of the sensors was giving a fault code, you'd be able to see that immediately.
Yeah.
If there is a fault in one of the sensors, does it change the behavior of the car? Does it go into like a neutral or a limp home or some mode?
This, for safety reasons, it is designed by Zeal 3, I think it's called, and for the driver, it is always in a safe position. If any sensor will fail, then we will drop down the function of the...
It's reduced down to the sport differential, so it really goes into a safety mode.
It's always in a safety mode.
Always in a safety mode. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. That's great. Well, very good. Mr. Martin, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the information on it.